Let me know if you are here and watching this, and welcome to Paul's Essen Diary Part 2. I'm in the hotel room. I'm on my own at the moment. The guy that I'm sharing it with is gone out for some food, so he's going to be joining me later on. And yeah, I'm here in Essen in the hotel, and I've not been to the fair yet. We just got here this afternoon, checked in, freshened up, had pizza, played a few games, and we'll be going to the fair tomorrow morning. So yeah, 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we'll be heading downstairs for breakfast, and then I will be getting into the fair probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And tomorrow is setup day. So a lot of the publishers have been there today, and some of them have set up their booths completely. But the rest of the exhibitors will be setting up their booths tomorrow. It's the press day, so there'll be a lot of people at the press event as well. And the fair doesn't start till Thursday morning. But yeah, tomorrow is the day where I will get early access, and I will go around, and I have got a few meetings with various publishers and things like that. So there'll be a lot more tomorrow about what games that I picked up. Johannes is here. Hi, thank you very much for joining in. Sunniva has contacted me, so I've let her know where we're going to be. Klaus is here. Thank you very much for joining in. Taylor's here. Travelled okay. Yeah, I mean, Luke Hector drove. So I drove to Luke's house yesterday, which was 2.5 hour drive. And yeah, yesterday, this morning, Luke has driven all the way. So from the drive from Luke's house to the Channel Tunnel was about 2 hours or so, 2 and a bit hours. Then we had an hour and a half on there, and then we had about 4.5 hours drive through Germany. The drive was pretty much okay, except when we got into Germany. There's roadworks on the main road getting into Germany, so there was a bit of a delay getting into Germany itself. Yeah, 7.5 hours of driving, Luke says. So yeah, it was a lot of driving, which I managed to get a little bit of sleep now and again for 5 minutes here and there. But yeah, Luke did pretty much, well, Luke did all of the driving. Yeah, so let's talk about some games that we played, because we were in the bar area earlier on, and I played 3 games today. That's probably more than I'm going to play for the rest of the fair. So yeah, the microphone, I'm on the iPad, so I'm not using any other microphone or anything like that. That's why the audio is not quite as good as the audio that I normally stream with. So Luke will correct me if I'm wrong, but the first game we played tonight was Canopy. Canopy is a little card game in a small box from a publisher that I've not heard of, and from a designer that I've not heard of. It's got Vincent Dutrait artwork, and it's actually a really nice game. Now, me and Luke played it 2-player, and I think Luke said that the 2-player version of the game is what works best. And it did work really nicely 2-player. Yeah, Weird City Games. But go and check it out. I really enjoyed it. It was a nice little game where the card drafting mechanism is quite... Oh, Shiny Happy Meeple says Canopy is a great game. Yeah, really great game. Shiny Happy Meeple, have you played it at more than 2-player? And Mimi as well. Have you played it at more than 2 players? Because yeah, Luke was telling me it works best with 2 players. Not tried it at the other play accounts. But yeah, nice little way that you get cards in the game. But essentially, what you're doing is you're collecting these cards, and you're building up a forest of wildlife, animals, plants, trees, and things like that. And then there's a kind of set collection mechanism for various cards. The cards score in different ways. So yeah, that was really nice. Also played a game that I'm not going to remember the name of it, so Luke is going to put it in the chat. Oh, apparently there's a solo mode for Canopy as well. But there was another little card game that we played that begins with an I. And Luke's going to put what it's called in the chat, because I can't remember. Hanami, that was it, which we played at 3-player. Katie joined us. And that is an even simpler game where you're basically drafting cards. You get a hand of 10 cards, you draft 2 at a time, and then you play those 2 cards into your tableau. And you've got 3 columns of cards, and every card that you play has to be higher or lower than another card that's in the same row. Yeah, very, very simple. But it's really good, and it's just a nice game. It took about 10-15 minutes to play, and nice, simple rules. Then Paul and John joined us from Games Law and Spiral Galaxy Games, and then we did a 5-player game of just one, where we did 2 rounds round the table. And I have learnt a little bit more about couscous than I didn't know previously. So yeah, they were the 3 games that we've played tonight. 2 games that I didn't know before that were both really nice, and then a couple of rounds of just one to finish off the night. I'm going to be heading to bed soon. As I say, I don't really have much to tell you other than the drive here, which was Luke driving, and it was okay and eventful. And then played a few games in the lobby. But yeah, I've been struggling sleeping wise. Didn't sleep that much last night. Probably got about another 3 hours of sleep last night, so I'm completely exhausted. And yeah, I'm hoping, cross fingers, to get a good night's sleep tonight. I never know. I've brought my own pillow with me. I've had a beer. I don't normally drink anything. So, yeah, I've had a beer. I'm hoping that'll calm me down, relax me. I am a little bit overtired. That might be the problem. And as I say, my roommate is going to probably wake me up when he comes in. But yeah, nothing much else to tell you. I'm sort of on the verge of the excitement. Tomorrow is going to be an exciting day because I'm going to pick up some new shiny games. So that smell of new cardboard, I'm going to have tomorrow. And there are a number of games that I'm going to pick up tomorrow. I'm hopefully going to pick up a copy of Heat, the new game from Days of Wonder. I'm hopefully going to pick up a copy of War of the Ring, the card game. I would be picking up my copy of the Steffenfeld City Collection Deluxe games, but Queen Games have agreed to send me them after Essen because it's going to be a massive box and it's going to be very, very heavy. So they have agreed to send me it afterwards. However, one very exciting thing tomorrow. I do have a meeting with Queen Games in the afternoon to talk about the work that I'm doing with them on the Steffenfeld City Collection, and they've invited me to have a game of either game 5 or 6, which is Cuzco or Vienna, which are the next two games in the Steffenfeld City Collection. They've invited me to join them for a game with Steffenfeld himself. I've been a huge Steffenfeld fan ever since I played his first game. It's been a very, very long time that I've been a very big Steffenfeld fan. I have met him once, but not properly. In other words, we were at the same table at the same time, but we've never formally been introduced. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be properly meeting Steffenfeld, saying hello, talking to him, and playing a game with him. And that, for me, forgetting the work that I do in the industry and forgetting the fact that I'm professionally involved in these games, that makes me very excited because, yeah, I'm a huge fan. And that's a big exciting thing for me to happen tomorrow. And I think one of the things that's quite nice is I've been working full time in the industry now for 8 years. I've been 8 or 9 years as Gaming Rules. I've been 8 years full time in the industry, and still there are things that are happening that make me excited because, you know, I just never imagined, you know, when I used to play the Steffenfeld games of old, when I was just a gamer, before Gaming Rules was even just a twinkle in the corner of my eye, never thought that I'd actually be, you know, getting a chance to play a new game with Steffenfeld. And apparently, according to my main contacts at Queen Games, he's a big fan of mine, which makes me feel a little bit weird, to be honest. But he's watched some of my videos and he's seen me do playthroughs and he's seen me teach some of the games and he's watched them, and apparently he's a fan of the content that I create. So yeah, that's I might have a bit of a moment tomorrow. But yeah, that's something for me to be nervous about, but also look forward to. Anyway, thank you very much for everybody for tuning in. As I say, going to keep things short tonight. I will see some of you tomorrow. I've already sent a message out to all of my Patreon supporters about where I'm going to be. So you can come and find me tomorrow and we can have a chat, maybe play a game together. But it's more just spending the time chatting to people and seeing people, some of whom I've not seen for a year, some of whom I've not seen for 3 years. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time I'll be doing the video log tomorrow. It might be a little bit later if we get playing games in the bar, but I'm going to head to bed now and try and get some sleep. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters for, you know, funding the channel and keeping everything going. And I will pass you over to Mr. Luke Hector, because Luke is also going to be doing daily video logs. And Luke said he was going to wait until I finish my video log, and then he's going to do his. So if you're interested in finding out Luke's perspective of today, then head on over to the Broken Meeple on YouTube, and Luke will be doing a live stream 10:30, he says. So yeah, that'll be happening very soon. Other than that, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. I'll see if this button works. Cheers, everyone. Good night. Press the button.